Hello everybody, this is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. So we have been talking about some of my favorite tools of the trade, of the floral industry, and this so happens to be one of my favorite tools. So this is it's called Just for Flowers, and it's made by Design Master. And Design Master makes Just for Flowers is kind of a translucent paint, or flower dye is what it actually is. It's not really a heavy paint like you would buy at your local It's not a heavy paint that you would buy at like Lowe's or Walmart or something like that. It's actually made specifically for flowers. And so what you do with this is you can take any flower, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a white flower. I often use it on a white flower to make this white flower be the color that I need it to be. But it can be used on any color flower. It helps, it's something that you could use to enhance the color. So if this was a pink bloom and you needed it to be a little deeper in the tone of pink, you can add a little bit of this flower tint or dye to this flower, and it would make it a little deeper in color. You can change the color. So you can take, if I needed a yellow lily, I would take the yellow Just for Flowers and I would spray paint this lily, or spray this lily with the yellow. You can use any color to make it work for you. Some of the different things about the Just for Flowers is it's not actually made just for flowers. It can be used on most any type of material. You can use it in crafting. You can use it to change the color of ribbon. It really works well with any type of material. It doesn't have to be just for flowers, although it does say Just for Flowers. It is really a great product when using on fresh flowers, but you can also use it with artificial blooms and change the color there. With fresh flowers, one good thing about this is when you use this flower dye or this spray dye, what it does is it seals the petals. So it helps to make the flowers last a little bit longer by sealing those petals and keeping them from evaporating, the water evaporating from the petals, which is a wonderful asset to using this. It also helps you when you don't have the right color. So we had a call the other day for yellow roses, and I'm going to actually use this dye and show you how it works, but we had a call for yellow roses. I didn't have any yellow roses in. I did have white roses, so I took this is called lemon yellow, and all you do is shake the can pretty good, and then you're going to spritz it. Just slowly press that plunger and lightly coat that bloom until it's the color that you want it. So you're just going to pop that plunger. Now if you hold it continuously, it's going to cause that dye to run. But if you just pop that plunger, it's going to carefully coat the entire flower without causing the dye to run. Now I have a yellow rose and a white rose, and I am able to have yellow roses for the arrangement instead of having to call my local wholesaler and buying yellow roses. So that's always a wonderful part of carrying the Just for Flowers floral dye in your store. You can also use it on hydrangeas. So here at our flower shop, I carry a lot of white hydrangeas. Now the reason I carry white hydrangeas is white goes with everything. And if I need a pink hydrangea, I can spray it pink. If I need a beautiful blue hydrangea, I can spray it blue. If I need a green hydrangea, I can spray it green. Now, you can also do some different techniques on coloring your hydrangeas. So if you needed a hydrangea to look more like an antique variety of a hydrangea, use 2 or 3 colors of the Just for Flowers. And you can certainly make it look more of an antique hydrangea. I always suggest using true to color flowers. I always paint mine true to the flower. So I'm not often, you're never hardly going to see me take yellow paint or yellow dye and spray a hydrangea yellow, because hydrangeas don't naturally come yellow. Now, if you need a yellow hydrangea, you feel free to do it however you would like. I like to do true to the flowers color. Here, this paint or this dye is called Delphinium Blue. And so I'm going to take it and show you how easy it is to dye a hydrangea. So I'm going to take it, and I'm doing the same technique as I did with the yellow. I'm just going to take that plunger and just pop it slightly over and over again until I get that hydrangea the color I want him to be. Okay, so I popped him with a little bit of blue. You can see it's a pretty blue hydrangea. Now I'm going to take the green and I'm going to add just a touch of green to the flower. So play with it. See what you think. See if you like the way it turns out. Add different colors if you'd like. I'm going to take a little more blue and come across the front. Now I would suggest going outside to do this because you have better ventilation outside, but it's so easy to take these dyes and to paint a flower. Now some of the good things about the Just for Flower floral dye is it doesn't run. It's not going to transfer. Now when it's wet, it doesn't take very long. Let's start over. It does not take long for it to dry. And once it dries, it's not going to wipe off. And it really depends on the variety of flower. So when I say that, hydrangeas hold this tint very well, and they don't usually wipe off. That color stays on the flower. If the flower gets wet, it doesn't run. The dye is not going to run and get on someone's clothes. Usually it's pretty color fast. It's going to stay on the flower. Now if you use this tint or Design Master, there is a paint, Design Master paint, that we use, like a maroon, that is not this opaque color. And if you use it on a calla lily, for instance, sometimes that calla lily, the paint won't bond well with the calla, and so it'll wipe off. But with this Just for Flowers dye, it's usually pretty color fast, so it stays on. Also, you can match different varieties of color. You can play with it just like I did with this hydrangea, and you could spray it different colors and kind of mix and match the colors. I have also taken it and say I needed a rose to have a tip of color, and I wanted it to be a yellow rose with red tips. I'm going to take the yellow rose and I'm going to spray a little bit of my Just for Flowers paint, whatever tip I want it to be, whatever color I want the tip to be. I'm going to spray that directly into a paper plate or a disposable dish. I'm going to spray that tint right into that dish, and then I am going to tip those flowers by dipping them right down into that color, and it causes that color, that rose, to have a tipped color. So it's really a fun product to work with. It does a beautiful job when you need a certain color of a flower and you don't have that on hand. I have found that having the Just for Flowers flower tint on hand has saved me a lot of money, because if I buy white hydrangeas and I need blue, or I need pink, or I need green, I don't have to have all the colors. I can have a white hydrangea and have the different colors in my Just for Flowers by Design Master, and I can make all of those colors out of what I have available. It works great for most all flowers. I have not had any issues spraying any flowers with this Just for Flowers flower tint. It has never damaged any flower that I know of. Let me say though, you really want to use this variety. You want to use a paint or a flower dye that's made specifically for flowers. Do not go to the hardware store and pick up any type of paint and think that your flowers won't be damaged, because they have different chemicals and different things in those paints that may damage your flowers. Now, you can try it, use a flower as a test and try it, but I really wouldn't suggest doing that. I would suggest certainly picking up the Just for Flowers floral paint. Now, or floral flower dye. I will tell you that where we purchased this this Just for Flowers, we purchased it from Burton & Burton, which is a company that has lots of different products for the floral industry. It has beautiful gift products, but it also has a lot of design products, things that you need in the floral design business. You can also, I think, hey Callie, isn't Burton & Burton the only place we found the Design Master? At this point, I don't think that Direct Floral has it, do they?
No.
Okay. So you can also pick it up on Amazon, but I have found Burton & Burton is going to have the best price, and it has the best variety of color. So if you are in need of any Just for Flowers flower paint or flower dye, be sure to check out Burton & Burton. Guys, I hope this video helps you out. When it comes to different things that we use in the floral industry. If you have any questions about this product in particular, I am so happy to answer any questions you might have. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and we will see you real soon. Thanks, guys.